friends. Once again, I welcome you all in the channel 0 to Infinity. This is the journey with Praful Dabi. My dear friends, this is our episode number 80 and this is based on the war. We all are facing the war, Russia and the Ukraine, and many more wars are about to come. So dear friends, this war episode is coming under the current affairs series for the world. This is our legal disclaimer. If you haven't read it once, I have personal request to you, kindly read it once. Thank you very much dear friends for your kind affection and the suggestions. Hope you have read the legal disclaimer and enjoyed the many episodes earlier and the playlist on the various dimensions of the human life, and also working on its free of cost yet very powerful logical techniques for your own benefit. My dear friends, welcome in the current affairs series. Welcome in a new world. This is the current condition of the Russia and the Ukraine war. Today is day 18th of the Russia and the Ukraine war. The Russia attacked on the Ukraine and looks winning the war, but it is facing the challenges in the economical front, global front and the domestic front. This is a very bitter truth, but it is very correct that the Russia is facing challenges in the economical, global and the domestic front. Ukraine in the totality, and what is the meaning of the totality? Ukrainian people and the Ukrainian military is struggling with the superpower Russia. My dear friends, this is the condition of the Russia and Ukraine. But what about the other persons? Rest all the world, including the NATO, is in the spectator mode. It is just watching what is going on. Although it is trying something to support the Ukraine in many of the dimensions, but other than military. If rest all the nations, including the NATO, moves a bit ahead, even a single inch, if it is moving ahead, then 99% of the possibility is there, the explosion of the World War III will be triggered. And it may be the destiny of the doomsday is calling the mankind. Many of the persons are not knowing about the doomsday. Kindly Google it, YouTube it, certainly you will know about it. Our mankind, our generation may face it. My dear friends, it may be possible that these normal wars look like a normal war, but destiny is dragging ourselves, our humanity towards the doomsday. It may be possible. Let's remember the Albert Einstein on this moment of doomsday trigger possibility. What the Albert Einstein has told us to our humanity. He told, I know not with what weapons the World War III will be fought, but the World War IV will be fought with the sticks and the stone. The complete humanity will be so much destroyed with the World War III that the World War IV will be certainly be fought with the sticks and the stones. That is our destiny of the mankind, my dear friends. And what is the mother nature to prevent the war? Is there any role of the mother nature? The mother nature wants to let understand its child, its humanity. In the year 2020, do you remember one thing? Similar human madness was occurred. On the 3rd January 2020, Major General Qasim Soleimani from the Iran was murdered by the United States via drone strike at the Baghdad. And the trigger of the explosion, the trigger of the war could have in that also. It was also possible that in the 2020 itself we may see some kind of the wars. But what happened? The nature tried to distract the humanity from the madness. It has tried it the best. so that the human madness can distract something towards something constructive, towards something optimistic way, and produce the COVID-19 or the corona pandemic worldwide. All the 190 nations of the world were affected by the corona or the COVID-19, and hence the nature given chance to mankind to do the collective effort to face the natural challenges. COVID-19 has consumed near about 2+ years of our mankind, of our humanity, of our generation, and about to finish now. But as it getting over, the COVID-19 is getting over, but once again the human madness has started in the form of the war. Do we want the COVID-19 type thing again? It is a very big question in front of the humanity. As per almost all of the religions, whether it is Hinduism, Islamic, Jewish, Christianity, Muslim, almost all the religions, this type of the threat is written very elaborately. In the near future, the nature is going to give extreme challenges which the humanity would have never seen. And it may be anything, just like COVID type pandemic may be there, cosmic calamity, just like the asteroids are there. Do you think that before 10 years, 20 years, you were not reading any kind of the news regarding the asteroids? But nowadays, any moment, sometime this asteroid is coming, another day the next asteroid is coming. What is going on? Whether the nature want to give some kind of the signal to the humanity, we have to rethink about it. Dear friends, hence the human must help each other and help the planet. Otherwise, the dinosaur destiny is very certain. The pyramid. It is very well said in the Bible. If we as a humanity will not recover from our madness, then certainly we will face our destiny like the dinosaur. Dear friends, now the question arises, why the volcano of the war is erupting again and again? Is there any specific reason for it? Almost all the nations are in the explosive condition, whether it is India, China, Taiwan, Russia, Ukraine, North Korea and USA, Iran and USA, Kuwait and Iraq. Many more countries are there where the war is going to erupt, or the struggles, day-to-day struggles like the Cold War are happening in the day-to-day basis. Dear friends, almost all the nations are facing the Cold War, economical war, competitions, and that are not the healthy competition at all, dear friends. Border disputes, etc. in their nearby countries. Why we are in this condition? This is very big question. Dear friends, and here is the secret. This is the secret which our spiritual science can say about it. The cosmic law of the attraction. And what is the cosmic law of the attraction? Similar attracts similar. Repeating, similar things attracts similar. Whether it is the negativity or positivity, similar attracts similar. This means the negativity will attract the negativity. Negative energy will attract the negative energy. The negative people will attract the negative people. Similarly, the positivity will attract the positivity. The positive energy will attract the positive energy. Positive people will attract the positive people. This is the first rule, first cosmic law of the attraction due for the war. Second one, the cosmic law of the action and reaction. And what is the rule of the action and reaction? Every action has a definite and certain reaction. The reaction may be very instant in the moments, or it may take some time, like years, decades, centuries. Yes, it happens. But one thing is very sure, action and reaction will occur. If there is a action, certainly there will be the reaction at all. And what we want to derive from it? The negative actions bring definite negative reactions. Any action which is the negative in the nature will bring definite 100% short negative reaction. Similarly, the positive action bring definite positive reaction. And this is also told in the Newton's third law of the motion, the law of the action and reaction. And my dear friends, whatever is applicable in the science, the same is applicable in the spiritual science also. Whatever is applicable in the spiritual science, same is applicable in the science also. And we will going to prove it. Dear friends, and these are the two secret cosmic laws, the law of the reaction and action and law of the attraction. How it is impacting the today's world in the warlike today's world. Due to decades of the negative actions by our mankind, by our nations, extreme level negative energy is present on our planet Earth, which is unconsciously affecting the people. That's why it is forcing the people to do the negative actions. In the totality, in the planet Earth, we are surrounded by the black energy, negative energy. And this negative energy attracting the negative things, negative actions. That's why warlike situation, crime are going to increase, crime will be increased. These type of the negative things are going to increase in the future also, in the near future, not in the far future. Dear friends, and why we are talking about, why we are applying the same principle on the nations. These are the applicable on the people. Then why we are applying the same thing on the nations? Because the nations are made by the people and they governed by the people. That's why we cannot keep ourselves talking about the nation. That is a hypothetical thing. But the people are real. If the people are positive, certainly the positive things will be there. If the positive people will do the positive things, then certainly the positive environment, the ambience will be created by that positive people. Dear friends, this extreme negative energy created a explosive environment among the nations. One ignition will be there and a definite explosion will be there. It can trigger the chain reaction of the action and reaction. Now, it is our choice and responsibility of the authorities to break the chain reaction, the chain. And dear friends, the authorities who are the decision makers, economical decision makers, the political decision makers, the persons who are impacting the society. These persons have choice as well as compulsion as well as responsibility to break the negative energy chain. Otherwise, the natural justice is on the time. It is neither delayed nor denied. One eye for one eye will make whole of the world blind. Dear friends, and it is a big joke that all the war, whether it is a world war, local war, continental war, all are fought to bring the peace, but this mirage will never achieved by the mankind in the history, neither it will succeed in the future also. My dear friends, that's why we have to take care of our action. Now the another questions come. How to avoid the war? What is our responsibility? How we can prevent the war? First thing, role of the economics. As we all know better that if we are in the touch of the news, then certainly we can see that NATO, Europe, that has put in some kind of the economical barriers in front of the Russia. Cumulative economical pressure creates the political pressure. It is very definite, very truth. Hence, create the hurdles to attacking countries. Whoever is the attacking country, sometimes it is the US, sometimes it is the China, sometimes it is the Russia. But cumulative, one thing is very sure, cumulative economical pressure, it creates the hurdle to the attacking countries. After all, the war is a very extremely costly affair. Both the nations can go decades back in their history. The destruction is very high nowadays. Dear friends, but one thing is very sure, at last the economical pressure has a limit. It cannot go endlessly because one nation is connected with another nation. It may be possible that you can try to put some kind of the hurdles in front of the Russia, but the Russia is also a superpower. It has the ample steps so that it can create some kind of the hurdle, maybe in the for the astronauts, for the international space station, that has some kind of the power to make the hurdle for the NATO, for the USA. Dear friends, the economical pressure has some kind of the limit. Sometimes some wars can be fought for the existence. Hence, economical pressure cannot prevent the war. Just like the suicide bombers, normally the persons afraid from the death, that's why they do some kind of the things. But whatever is the reason, human as a general, it is getting threatened by the death. But if you are a suicide bomber, if you do not have the fear from the death, then what will be happen? No fear will be there. You can do anything in this world, but reaction will be there from the cosmos, from the universe. Dear friends, one mantra, one step, one solution is there. Postpone the negative and the immediate action on the positive. Repeating, postpone the negative and the immediate action on the positive. The big authorities have the power to regulate the life of the masses, of the people. Their one act may create or damage to the million of the people, whether they are the economical bulls or political pressures or the social figures. E equal to mgh. This is a political physics. E equal to mgh. The h will be increased, the height will be increased, your status, your level, your position will be increased. You will be able to regulate the life of the masses. You will be able to govern the many of the people, lakhs of the people, millions of the people, billions of the people. It is just like the Russia or the USSR. Both have thousands of the nuclear weapons are there. They have ample power, ample regulatory power to dictate the nation, dictate the planet if they want to explode their nuclear weapons. Dear friends, that's why we have to honor the edge, we have to honor the height, we have to honor the position of the people, of the powerful people. They have very great role in the mankind, in the prosperity of the mankind. Dear friends, positive actions of the big bulls can create extreme positive energy. They can do diplomacy, track to diplomacy, meeting of the people, etc. without ill intentions. In nutshell, positive action of the big bulls, the persons at the authoritative level, will create the extreme positive energy in their own nation, in the planet, at a large. Each day, be committed for the postponing of the negativity and commitment of the immediate action of the positive. We have to postpone the negative as much as we can do. War I will do tomorrow, and tomorrow never comes. Tomorrow we will fight, and today we will enjoy the feast. Dear friends, positive things are to be done today itself. If I want to do the diplomatic relations, I have to do today. If I want to do the track to diplomacy actions, we have to take actions today. If we want to let meet the people of both the nations, we have to do it today. Mantra is one, theory is one, we have to do the applications only. Postpone the negative, immediate action on the positive. Dear friends, at last it is the people who are called as a nation and who get suffer in the war. Hence, they must have to do their extreme efforts to bring the peace. They cannot leave all the responsibilities to the political leaders. We as a common man, we as a common people, we have some kind of the responsibilities. Although our height is low, equal to MGH, we do not have very much height. We do not have many of the authorities. We do not have many of the roles. We do not have billions of the rupees or billions of the dollars. We are not the prime minister or chief minister of some state or nation. But every individual have to make their own role. We cannot leave everything to the political leaders. Dear friends, and why it is so much important, why I have given many of the emphasis on this particular point towards the individual efforts. If in a war, people have forcefully take part in the war. If there is a war in my country, forcefully I will be dragged in the war. It is definite, it is truth. There may be some kind of the compulsory military services. There may be some kind of the 24 into 365 day work in the factories, so that we can produce the arms, we can produce the goods which the military used. Due to war, the democratic right abolishment will be there. Due to war emergency, there will be sacrifice by the people, by the innocent people. They will be forced, they will be dragged in the war. Sorry to say, this is a very bitter truth, but yes, the war demon will do some kind of the rapes also. That's why, if we cannot prevent ourselves for dragging into the war, then certainly we have to do our individual extreme efforts to prevent the war, to create the peace. That's why this is the reason that individuals have to do the extreme efforts for the peace. Dear friends, whether peace or war, one nation may win another nation, but at last the humanity, the human, the people, the citizens will get the defeated. Hence, individual extreme efforts to bring positive energy and postponing of the negative actions must to be there. And what are the positive actions? You know very well. How to create the peace, individual, in the society, religious holy chants like the Tibetan monks are doing. You may perform the yajna as per the Hindu religion. You may think positive. You can do the positive actions. Everything positive which your religions told you about. Dear friends, and similarly, we can postpone the negative actions. And what are the negative actions? I can postpone the hate for the next day. I can be uh, 7 deadly sin can be postponed for the next day. What is positive, what is negative, what is good, what is bad, everyone, even a child of the 5th class, knows about it. Dear friends, by these efforts, these actions, these individual actions, it will bring the negative energy of the individual, nations and the earth down, or the hence peace will be ensured. This is a scientific fact. One of the monk from the India, Mr. Mahesh Yogi, has committed one experiment. If the people are performing the meditation, people are performing the holy chants, people are performing the good things, people are performing the yajna, people are performing the good actions, then complete environment of the cities can be changed. That will be positive. This means environment is affecting the people, people is affecting the environment. Dear friends, the choice in the nutshell is either be in the peace or rest in the peace. Truth. And what is the role of the people? Once again, every cooperation to the peace should be ensured. All act of the non-cooperation to the war at the revolutionary speed should be done. Non-cooperation movement for the war and the cooperation movement for the peace should be ensured by the individual in the revolutionary speed. Dear friends, choice is completely of yours. Choice is very individual, whether he is in the favor of the war or whether he is in the favor of the peace. The power of the people is tested worldwide and second to none. It is tested around the globe since decades. You know about the Jasmine Revolution, you know about the worldwide awakening of the common people. That's why the people, the citizens of the nations are very, very, very powerful. They have to know their own responsibility. They have to cooperate the peace. They have to non-cooperate the war if it is unethical. Sometimes the war is ethical, sometimes the war is non-ethical. Just like the Armageddon will be an ethical war. That will not be a religious war, but the Armageddon will be a ethical war in between the positive and negative powers. Dear friends, and this power of the people you can see in the Ukraine and the Russia war also. It is due to the people of the Ukraine. The war against the superpower, nuclear power Russia has reached till the day 18. Otherwise, in the 7 days, 10 days, the Russia can conquer the Ukraine. It has the military capabilities in it. But the people of the people of the Ukraine opposed the war. That's why the Russia is taking so much time. That's why, my dear friends, each individual is to play his own role. Dear friends, I know one thing. Saying is like the sugar, acting is like the poison. My episode, my channel looks like preaching, but it is the need of the hour. We are burning with the war. We are at the verge of the Third World War. We are at the doorstep of the Armageddon. Dear friends, and I have to speak the truth only, however bitter or idealistic it is. The truth is always bitter, no problem, but still we will speak the truth. Dear friends, the person who acts on the right will be on the path of the prosperity and the glorious path. And once again, I call upon the peace workers, I call upon the light workers to bring the peace on the planet Earth, in our own Earth. Dear friends, these are the spiritual science concepts to bring the Eden garden on the earth, to make this earth a beautiful one, to make the earth so that we can live at least. And this is a one step towards a better world. Let's go together. These are the spiritual science concepts to bring the Eden garden on our planet Earth, so that our planet Earth can be worth to live. Knowing is very good, but doing is always better. My dear friends, the current affairs series for the world will be continued. At last, the positive powers will win in the Armageddon in between the positive and negative powers. At last, the world will be peaceful and will develop like the Eden garden. The Eden garden of the people, by the people and for the people. Let's go together, my dear friends. This time, the Noah's Ark will not sink in the ocean. It will touch its destiny on the land. Dear friends, it is a very individual choice whether you are with deity, positive, white or godly energy, or whether you are with demonic, negative, black or satanic energy. It is a very individual choice whether you want to create heaven on the earth or create hell on the earth. It is a very individual choice whether he is with the second coming of the Christ, Lord Kalki, true Messiah, Al-Mahdi, or he is with Kali Demon, false Messiah, Al-Dajjal or the Antichrist. It is a very individual choice, and so if the action will be there, certainly there will be reactions will be there. My dear friends, if there is any kind of the questions, doubts, feedback, suggestions, critics are there, that can be sent at the nabi.praful@gmail.com. You may be the Homer Simpson from the Chicago. You may be the Dr. Princess Jasmine from the Jerusalem. You may be anyone, any people, any of the friend. And if there is any kind of the question under this blue sky, this friend is always available for you. Dear friends, thank you very much for the watching. Happy times and good day, my dear friends. I Praful Dabi bow to you. I Praful Dabi bow to the God hidden in you.